I'm Lauren Casher-Reed of Chicago Magazine. I'm here today with Dominique Jones from Scratch My Batch, and we are doing a holiday special with some sweet treats, as you can see here. Dominique Jones, affectionately known as Chef Nikki, is an inspiring master baker and pastry chef. She began baking with her grandmothers at the tender age of 8 years old and fell in love. Baking has always been more of a therapeutic experience for her. She was bullied often as a child and teen, so baking became an escape and sense of self-validation for her. She created Scratch My Batch so that she may eventually provide a place to teach young aspiring professionals technical skills of baking and also provide a safe place for those who may have experienced bullying as a child. So thank you so much for joining us today. I'm super excited as I can smell the aroma already coming off of these cupcakes. I want you to just kind of talk about your brand and elaborate more about what I've already given them so far.
Well, thank you for having me first.
Definitely.
But as she said, I'm Dominique Jones, affectionately known by Chef Nikki. I am the owner and creator of Scratch My Batch. We are a home baking business. But yeah, I started baking at 8 years old with my grandmothers, and that is my motivation behind my brand, because I am a family-oriented business. My family is a really great support system with everything that I do. So they're always here, there, helping me with events. I'm dragging them around the city, doing everything. My boyfriend's a really great help too. So it's like all in the family.
Cool.
For real. So that's what my biggest motivation is.
Absolutely. So where are you from originally?
I'm from Chicago.
You are from Chicago. South Side in the house. So certain foods bring about certain memories, especially for me. Everybody that knows me knows I love food. So what is your favorite thing to make that definitely comes with like a special memory, even if it's back to like with your grandma baking?
I would say double chocolate chip cookies. That was one of the very first things that I make with both my grandmothers. And it was always really fun around Thanksgiving and Christmas time. My grandmother on my dad's side, we did more baking because we did baking for church functions and for all the holidays. So the cookies were so much fun because I got to play with the dough and like the chocolate chip cookies and stir it up and, you know, fresh cookie dough you can eat. So it was always so, but it's a really, really fond memory for me and my granny.
Okay, that's awesome. That's sweet. So you've been baking for quite some time. What has been your favorite kitchen gadget that's been quite the game changer for you?
I want to say my bench scraper. So for those that are not bakers or pastry chefs, that is a little gadget that helps to smooth cakes. Before I attended culinary school, I would just use a certain spatula. I had no idea what it was until the chefs taught me what it was, and it makes my cakes go faster with smoothing and decorating and everything else. So it's my best friend.
Yes, it does. You should see me at home when I'm baking at home. I don't have all those fancy tools. I get a spoon and I'm like trying to spin it.
So
make it smooth out.
So those tools are actually best to have when doing the cake. So you're like, I'm done. Oh, only 10 minutes. Okay.
Okay, so just to go in a little bit of the passion behind your baking, the influence, I know it did start as a young child and it was a safe haven kind of for you. Can you go into that a little bit?
Yes. As I said, I started baking with both of my grandmothers at 8 years old in school, and I was bullied about the way that I looked. I was skinny. I have a very nasal voice, so I was called cartoon character. All those things.
Horrible.
Yeah, kids are cruel. They say the darndest things, but they're cruel.
Yes.
But my grandmothers were very supportive with that, and they made me feel better about myself when I would bake with them. And seeing beautiful products made me feel so much better about who I was. So, and that's still a work in progress, even as an adult. So.
Definitely. Even with myself. I work in the health field. We get so many kids that come in, and we hear stories about them being bullied. We've recently had kids that have took their own lives from that at my job that were patients, and it's really sad. So.
And that's why I eventually want to provide a place for our young kids or even teens to come, to let them know that you can do something beautiful
and feel good
about it afterwards. You are not what people say you are, and you don't have to listen to that stuff. And we can have fun and eat sweets while we do it.
Yes, gain a few. Are there any kitchen disaster stories that you would love to share with us today?
There's too many to name, but the one recently that just happened to me was with my KitchenAid. I forgot to lock it. So I was making a buttercream frosting, and I hear a loud boom in the kitchen, and I go in the kitchen, and the KitchenAid's on the floor. I said, oh, so that's what we're doing today. Okay. Had to toss the whole thing, of course, make it over. But
so there was buttercream
everywhere on the cabinet.
I would have been walking around.
Like, oh my God, this is terrible. Like, oh my God.
That's like the best frosting.
Yes, that's my favorite frosting. That and whipped cream cheese frosting. But we'll talk about that later. Yeah. But yeah.
What do you bake or cook at home that you rarely bake for customers? If there's anything.
I want to say brownies. Yeah, so me and my mom's mom will bake brownies, and then I've gotten my boyfriend into baking and stuff too. So he'll say, "Oh, babe, let's make some brownies for movie night." So we like vanilla ice cream with it, but yeah, that's my favorite thing to make outside of things.
Yes. Do you put anything special in there? I tried putting Snickers in there recently.
I tried Twizzlers.
Twizzlers in a brown. I never thought of that.
Strawberry flavored Twizzlers with a white chocolate sauce.
I'm gonna have to try that.
Yeah, you can my first taste tester.
I'll definitely taste test some stuff, okay? What's most important to you when you're filling an order for your clients and customers? What's priority to you?
I first want to make sure that they give me as much detail as possible. But what means the most to me is that I fulfill their expectations.
Right.
I want to make sure that I can get every detail. I put a lot of love into my baking, so I want to make sure that they feel that, with everybody. So.
Okay. What do you have for us today? Because I'm smelling some orange. I'm smelling some vanilla. What is here?
So these here are our sweetie pie cupcakes. It is a sweet potato cupcake with the cream cheese frosting and a fresh orange zest. This here is Red Velvety Goodness. It is a red velvet cupcake with a white chocolate cream cheese frosting and a little bit of the red velvet cake on top. And this here is our very vanilla. So that's just vanilla cake with a vanilla buttercream frosting.
Buttercream. There's that buttercream again. Out of these three, which one is your favorite?
Sweet potato.
Sweet potato.
I was a little skeptical at first because, like, who puts a sweet potato in a cupcake? But once it began to, like, when I boiled the sweet potatoes and then, like, once I put everything in the batter and I began to mix it, I was like, oh my God.
Right.
Let's get this.
We got a hit.
So yeah, that's my very favorite.
Okay. Now, cupcakes, are these, like, your favorite things to make, or are they just, like, the easiest? Especially when you're trying to fulfill family. Or do you cook other foods?
Yes, I cook food sometimes too, but like this baking, you can't get me out of the kitchen from baking anything. Like but yeah, cupcakes are definitely easier. My favorite thing to make is mousse, and my favorite mousse to make is lemon blueberry mousse. But a lot of people. You're still trying to get people to really understand what it is. They don't really know the difference between mousse and pudding sometimes.
Yeah.
So cupcakes are just a go-to, and then they're portion control, so they're easy for parties. And then my family, they're just always
easy cleanup.
Cupcake.
Now I heard that I was eating cupcakes wrong. I was told that I'm supposed to break off the top, flip it over, and make it like a sandwich.
Now, some people do that, but I love to get every bite. So, just go ahead and pick it up, peel the paper.
Right, that's the
bite
process.
on into it. So you get everything. You get the frosting, and if you have filling in it too, you get the filling, and you get the cake. It's all in one. I mean, that way is good too, but for me, I just love to just dive right in.
So what is your number one tip when it comes to baking or cooking?
For baking, my number one tip that I always tell other people in my craft is to make sure that when you are making any baking product, to let your dairy products stand for 30 minutes. And if you want to warm them up faster, you take a bowl of hot water, maybe like a aluminum pan, put that in there, swirl it around with your finger for about 5 minutes if you want to speed up the process.
Right. So you mean like the milk and things, let that sit out?
The milk, the eggs, the butter. Let it sit out for at least 30 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, but that allows for a smoother cake, better mousse, better brownies. brownies are more cake-like. So, yeah.
Can you tell when somebody's brought you a box cake? Or are you when you're eating a box cake?
Sometimes. My palate is getting a lot better. Sometimes I can't tell, but there are a lot of ways that you may be able to spruce up a box cake.
Okay.
So my grandmother would use those sometimes when we would be in a hurry. So but she would, okay, this is what you put in there. So that's not good.
What would you put in there to spruce it up?
Maybe an extra egg, a little bit more oil.
Sometimes, right?
Yeah. Sometimes you can add butter, but butter is more of a flavor. It adds more flavor to the product. So, but I would say for the box cakes, more oil and a little bit extra egg.
More oil, a little extra. I'm gonna remember that because I'm making a box cake tomorrow. What is next for you? I know the new year is coming, 2018. Woo woo.
I know, right?
What do you have planned? What's coming up for the year?
So I am moving forward with trying to find an actual kitchen home. So as you know, I bake from home. But I bake from my mom's home because she has a bigger house. But yeah, so we're looking for a kitchen home right now. We're possibly planning a tasting for next year. It's a lot that goes into that, but I'm just looking forward to more clients and more baking and more making people happy.
Okay, so I'm excited to taste these. So we're gonna go for the sweet potatoes pie delights with orange zest
and a cream cheese frosting.
So there's a technique to this. Yeah, there's a technique to this.
My way.
Okay,
so we're gonna peel.
Slowly peel. Okay.
So we can do a cupcake toast if you want to.
Definitely.
So potato.
Yes.
Cheers. And then we're gonna just dive right on in.
Okay.
You ready?
It's so moist. And the orange is actually like compliments to the sweet potato.
Hits it off. It's my
This is
favorite
amazing.
thing. I love it.
Yes, we definitely gonna need napkin. Or I'm just gonna lick all my fingers.
Oh yeah. The best part about baking is you get to lick the bowl and eat your own products.
Oh yes.
Oh my God.
This is tasty. I love this.
Thank you. So good.
My cupcakes are never this moist. I need that extra egg and that extra oil. That's what it is. What do you get a lot of times for like wedding orders?
Now I haven't tapped into the wedding industry yet. That is something that I've been thinking about, especially with the different flavors that I have. So I'm excited to figure out, marketing schemes for that to try to get some of my stuff out there. I may have to do some samples or tasting or something.
Yeah.
But I'm excited about trying to tap into that.
Yeah, that is exciting.
For cupcake orders for the holiday season, I get red velvet. I do have a carrot cake.
I love. A lot of people have the negative things to say about carrot cake, but carrot cake is good.
I love carrot cake. A lot of people don't like it, so I get a few orders for carrot cake cupcakes, but once I put this out there about maybe 2 years ago, people were just like, they ordered them. They're like, okay, I need sweet potatoes, I'm gonna need some vanilla, and I'm gonna need a red velvet, and maybe they'll order like a double chocolate. I have a double chocolate cupcake with the Oreo cream cheese frosting. The name of it is Sweet Chocolate Amber.
Sweet
It's really good.
Now we were talking about this before, the controversy of sweet potato and pumpkin. Could you please tell these people that pumpkin pie can be just as good as sweet potato pie?
I'm telling y'all, it's good. There's a completely different taste from pumpkin and sweet potato. Pumpkin is a little bland, but if you put the correct seasonings and sweeteners in it, it's so good. Oh my God. I also have a pumpkin cupcake that I make. It's a pumpkin spice cupcake with a white chocolate cream cheese frosting, a cinnamon streusel, and a salted caramel drizzle. It's so good. It's that's my favorite thing to do.
That sounds amazing.
It's the drizzle stuff.
Ooh.
But
it's just something about drizzle.
Okay. But yeah, it's so good. That and the sweet potato, there's a completely different taste. Oh my God. And I love it. Now that I started baking more, I was able to start doing things with different ingredients and playing around. And okay, you can do something with this. You can do something with that. So yeah, it's been really good. I love baking around the fall because for me, it gives me more of a challenge to find different things that are, more popular in the fall, like the pumpkin, sweet potato, apples, cinnamon, caramel. So it's just that's my favorite time of the season. I no discriminating against some in fall. I mean some in spring, but the fall time I'm like, oh yes, holidays. But it's because of my memories with my grandmothers too. Yeah. Excuse me. I'm just like, yeah, I'm ready to do this.
So what is your second favorite out of these?
My second favorite is the Very Vanilla.
Very vanilla.
Yes.
Okay.
I love vanilla everything. So
I'm definitely looking forward to digging into this. Let's go for it.
Let's go. Okay.
I can already feel it's moist through the cupcake wrapper.
That's another thing. Like you can tell when a cake is gonna be a little moist. If it's dense, it's gonna be too heavy. So once you squeeze the sides,
nice and light.
Your fingerprints go right through. It's moist.
There's a science to this, y'all.
You ready?
Yes. All right.
Oh,
cheers.
Let's go.
See, that's how you know it's going to just fall. My mouth watering.
That's what happens after that.
And that is good. That is really good. That's like that perfect birthday cake too. That was amazing. Yeah. I don't think you guys want to see me devour this red velvet because red velvet is one of my favorites.
America's favorite.
And I know those were moist. I know this is going to be moist. So I want to thank you so much for coming out. It was so fun. And I really got some tips that I'm definitely going to use tomorrow because it's time for me to cook tomorrow for Sunday. And for the holiday season, I'm definitely going to try to use some of these skills in the kitchen myself. With my daughters, I be trying to, get them in there, but they be doing too much sometimes. But thank you so much. Can you tell them where they can contact you, how they can book you? You guys, you need to book her. This is awesome.
So you can find me on all social media platforms. Scratch My Batch, all one word. You can go to my website, www.scratchmybatch.com. You can send me an email at orders@scratchmybatch.com or Nikki@scratchmybatch.com.
Okay. All right. Anything coming up where they can meet you? Any pop-up shops?
Not yet. Okay. Not yet. We're planning for that sometime next year.
Okay, well just keep up with her social media and you'll be able to locate her and see where you can meet her or contact her and just get your own order. How about that?
That's right.
All right, thank you guys once more again for tuning in to Read Up Chicago. I'm Lauren Cash. Follow us at Read Up Chicago magazine and RUC Mag. Our website, rucmag.com.